Hello and welcome to the Analog Leftie. My name is Elise. If you watched my video on my stationery haul when I went on vacation, you will remember that I picked up these notebooks from Daiso in Manila, and today we're going to take a closer look at them. These notebooks are spiral notebooks from Maruman, and I got them for 98 Philippine pesos or about 245 Canadian dollars. I didn't expect to find these notebooks in Daiso. If you're a fountain pen user, you probably have heard of Maruman Nemosine or Nemosine notebooks as fountain pen friendly notebooks, and they are a bit more on the premium side. I believe an A5 notebook is around $25. So when I was doing my shopping in Daiso, I actually checked the branding on these to make sure that they were actually from Maruman, and they are. Maruman is a stationery manufacturing company based in Nakano, Japan, and they offer a wide variety of paper products, art supplies, writing tools, and journaling accessories including washi tapes, bags, and more. Their website shows the plethora of their offerings, but I think they're most well known in the journaling community for their Maruman Nemosine notebooks, which are fountain pen friendly papers. The notebooks that I have right here are from their Spiral Note 1960 product line, which was developed in the 1960s and is considered the origin of their Spiral Note series. I think right now, this is considered as their most budget-friendly line. According to their website, these notebooks combine the ideal qualities for a softcover notebook: durability, lightness, and thinness. The Spiral Note is an A6 size notebook with a color board paper cover and is spiral bound. The one I have right here is in light blue. It has 50 sheets of 70 GSM writing paper with 6mm ruled lines, and the ruling is in light gray, which I really like. If you'll notice, the top and the bottom is light blue, and it has markings that are 7mm apart, so you can make a 6mm by 7mm grid with those guidelines if you need. The M Memo is an A7 sized notepad with a similar color board paper and is twin wire bound. The one I have right here is in blue. It has 50 sheets of 70 GSM writing paper, same as the spiral notebook, and it also has 6mm ruled lines on one side, and on the other side, it's blank. Each sheet is also perforated at the top for easy tear, and it's the perfect size to fit in your pocket. It's probably just a stylistic choice when they design these covers, but I'm sure you can use the lines on these notebooks to label them and give you an idea of what you're using them for. Also, I really like how thin these notebooks are. Because of that, the spiral binding isn't as obtrusive as it would be for a left-handed person. I normally wouldn't go for spiral bound notebooks because of how it affects the positioning of my hand when I write. But these ones are thin enough, so they should be okay for lefties. To test the paper, I used my usual writing tools and what could be commonly used by others for everyday writing. I used a variety of fountain pen nib widths from extra fine to medium, and I'm happy to say that the paper held up well with no bleeding. I also used a uni mechanical pencil, a couple of ballpoint pens, a couple of gel pens, and a fine liner. I also tested out a highlighter and the Sharpie. And if we take a look at the back, as you can see, there's no bleeding. On the spiral note, no bleeding. Well, the Sharpie, we can expect the Sharpie to bleed. But for the other writing tools, there is no bleeding and ghosting is very minimal. For the memo pad, there's quite a bit more ghosting on this one, but no bleed at all, even the highlighter. The Sharpie, that's always gonna bleed. But yeah, I'm very happy to say that this paper holds up to all of my writing tools really well. In terms of the writing experience, the paper has some nice toothiness to it that I personally prefer, almost similar to the Traveler's Company MD paper refills. It creates that nice auditory writing feedback. The texture also draws out the ink quite nicely from the pen nibs, and because the paper is not super coated, the drying time is quite decent, almost similar to how the MD paper is, or maybe a little bit faster even. And because the paper is white, it also showcases the true colors of the inks on the pens. However, I don't have any fountain pen inks that have special properties to them, so I'm not sure how these papers would perform in showing shading or sheening properties. Overall, I'm super pleased with these notebooks from Maruman. Even if they're from their more basic product line made for everyday writing, they hold up well to more sophisticated writing tools. Quality doesn't mean you have to break the bank. If that's something that speaks to you, I definitely recommend these 100%. If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate your time and you for being here. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.